Danny in Wisconsin, you're live with Stephen A. What's up, Danny? Talk to me.
Stephen A. Smith, when you think about the GOAT of sports, you think about Mike with 6, Brady with 7 rings. But where do you rank a guy like Lightning McQueen with 7 Piston cups?
I would tell you he wouldn't be the GOAT. How are you going to be the GOAT? Because you talk about the movie Cars, right? You talk about the movie Cars, right? I mean, when you talk about Strip the King Weathers and Lightning McQueen, they're both tied with 7 Piston cups. Strip Weathers, you forgot about him? How can you be the GOAT? You got somebody that's tied with you? You got somebody that's tied with you? Sorry, that ain't gonna work. Well, I know you tried to catch me with that. You didn't think I knew that about that. You didn't think I knew about cars, did you?
When you think about,
okay. You slept on the brother.
Though,
you slept on the brother.
Piston cups. He's got 28 circuits. He got 28 circuits under his belt too.
Strip Weathers has 7 Piston cups. I am not about to sit here and argue with a grown-ass man about the movie Cars.
Oh, come on now,
Strip Weathers has 7 Piston cups. You should have brought me somebody that didn't have as many Piston cups.
Old engine cars.
Yo, man.
Let's talk about a guy Lightning McQueen. That's like comparing him to Jerry West era. You can't.
Danny, how old are you?
I'm 21, Stephen.
You're 21. Okay, well, you're still a young man. You're a young man. What about Fast and Furious? You watched that movie?
Yeah, Fast and Furious. Good film.
Did you like? Which one did you like better? 5, 6, or 7? I mean, 8, 9, and 10 are good too. But which one did you like better? 5, 6, or 7? Because I like 5 to 7.
5.
You like 5? That was with Vin Diesel and The Rock going at it when The Rock was trying to hunt him down and all of that other stuff. What I'm saying to you is I think you picked the right one because I liked 5 a lot. I really, really did. My point is if you're going to argue with me about something, how about it not be an animated movie like Cars? How about it be something like Fast and Furious? I would have appreciated the question better.
Cars is as real to little kids as Michael
You're not a little kid! You're 21! You would have a point if you were 7 years old calling me. You're 21 years old. What are you doing, wearing a diaper? Goodbye, man.
Welcome to Flyby Films. Once or twice a month, using the magic of distance-defying tubes or some shit like that, we get together to discuss films that either have been or will be forgotten, or in this case, forgiven. I'm Blake Collier, and sitting next to me in this tiny, tiny little box called a computer is my friend Jamison Barsotti from Chico, California.
You nailed that. You nailed the name, the pronunciation, everything.
Yeah, man, I'm killing it. On this episode, we're going to talk about 2 films. This is the long-awaited end to our McDonagh Brothers. So this one will be another episode that no one will listen to.
No one.
And we're okay with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about Banshees of Inisherin. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And The Forgiven, which, let's see, Banshees came out last year, which was like 2022. And The Forgiven, I believe, came out this year, even though it was like technically 2021. Like festivals and shit like that.
Yeah,
IMDb
it came out
has it listed as 2021.
You're right. You're right on that. But it did come out last year. I actually watched it.
It came out last year? Okay.
Before Inisherin came out, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yes, we are going to be talking about the final 2 McDonagh Brother films. And, here's the deal. So, neither Jamison nor I have watched these 2 movies recently. Jamison, it's probably been, 2 months? Month?
Yeah, it's been at least 2 months.
Okay, 2 months for Jamison. It's been about a year. No, it's been about 8 months for The Forgiven, and about a year for Banshees. So,
Blake, you didn't rewatch them for the podcast.
I didn't.
Well, they're recent enough. Okay.
I have a pretty strong memory of both of them. Both of them were memorable. Let's just say that. At least in their weirdness. I actually didn't even know about The Forgiven until you told me about it. So,
Yeah, John Michael McDonagh tried to sneak that one past us.
He's just sneaking it through, just like War on Everybody. Just sneaking it through, making sure no one sees it. So, I haven't seen these movies in a while, but what we're going to do because of this is we've decided that we're taking turns. Each of us is going to describe one of the films from memory, and the other one afterwards is going to read the synopsis via IMDb, and we'll see how close it gets. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem because at least the one I'm reading from IMDb is about as ambiguous as anything. So I think we're in pretty solid shape here. But yeah, I think we should probably start with The Forgiven since it was the first one of the two.
Yeah, you know what, Blake? I feel like you're giving a lot to the listeners right now about what we're going to be doing when we talk about the movies, which is not normal for our podcast. Normally, we don't give them shit about what movies we're talking about until at least 40 minutes in.
Don't worry. We're going to talk a lot of bullshit. So.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I just figured we get the business out of the way, business up front, party in the back,
Yeah.
We're just like the mullet of podcasts.
I agree with you. Let's start with that. The Forgiven.
Okay.
Came out first. All right, and then move on to Banshees.
Okay. So give me your synopsis per memory of The Forgiven.
Oh, we're doing that now.
Yeah, we're doing that now.
Oh shit! I wasn't ready. Okay. So I have to give you the synopsis of The Forgiven
from memory.
I thought we were just like giving everyone the table of contents for this episode. Then we were going to get to it.
We're going to do this. We're going outside of the realm of our normal routine. I'm throwing a wrench in the plan because this is good field recording.
This is good field recording. Field casting. Yeah, so The Forgiven is about a married couple, an American woman and a British man, who go on a trip to Morocco to visit their wealthy friend for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And while they're doing that, while they're traveling into the desert, because their friend has somehow bought a castle in the middle of the desert, they hit a local Moroccan kid who was holding a fossil, and they kill him. And then the rest of the movie unfolds from there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, would you like to hear the IMDb description?
Yeah.
Yours was way
hit me
better.
with it.
A fatal accident disrupts the lives of Western visitors to a lavish party in the high Atlas Mountains of Morocco and will ultimately lead to a reckoning in the desert.
Ooh.
Man, if I'd read that, I'd been like, who wants to watch that shit?
I do like Reckoning in the Desert.
And it's true.
Yeah.
It's another example of headshots. The McDonaghs love headshots.
The McDonaghs love headshots.
So.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yes. So that's The Forgiven. I was tasked with recalling Banshees of Inisherin from a year ago. And I was telling Jamison before we started podcasting that I'm not even sure if I'd watched it yesterday, if I could describe it. But here it goes. Two friends in Ireland come to the conclusion that they don't want to be friends anymore. Or at least one of them comes to the conclusion that they don't want to be friends with the other guy anymore. And the rest of the movie is that one guy trying to figure out why the guy doesn't want to be his friend anymore. And shit happens.
It
gets increasingly more violent.
That's pretty good. It's
not. It's okay.
Do you think you could fit that into a single sentence? Because that's what IMDb does here. I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
Two lifelong friends find themselves at an impasse when one abruptly ends their relationship, with alarming consequences for both of them.
Once again, if I'd read that not knowing the director, I wouldn't have gone to see that shit.
Yeah, well,
that sounds dull.
It does. It does. I don't think IMDb. I think they're going for brevity. I don't think they're going for style. So.
I would still take brevity over reading the wiki on it, where it's just literally them explaining the whole plot.
The whole plot. Well, the thing you got to do with wiki is don't open the plot button, because it will give you the whole plot.
Yeah, but the problem is when you read the intro paragraph on movie entries, they don't give you just the description. They give you the actors and actresses, and no one gives a shit about that. We want to know what the movie's about.
Blake, you just said that the director was what would make you watch this movie if you had that thing.
Yeah.
I think you give a shit about this stuff.
I don't give a shit about actors and actresses. I give a shit about directors.
My man. I agree.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some actors and actresses I'll go see, generally speaking, regardless. But
yeah,
even then, there are movies that I won't go see if they're in them, because I don't like the director.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think we need to challenge ourselves to go one episode without talking about Ari Aster, and then 2 episodes without talking about Ari Aster, because I feel like he's coming up, and he's just the villain of this podcast. And
no, that's fair. He deserves it.
Yeah, but I'm getting 2016. If you don't want to think about Trump, just stop talking about Trump vibes whenever I bring him up. So I'm going to challenge myself to not bring him up again. But I'm going to bring him up because I really like Joaquin Phoenix, but I didn't go see his most recent movie because I don't like that director. So that's just an example.
There's actually 2 Joaquin Phoenix movies in a row that I don't really want to see because I don't like Ari Aster or Ridley Scott.
Oh, but I do want to see Joaquin Phoenix be Napoleon Dynamite.
I do.
Not Napoleon Dynamite.
I
want to see him be. I would like to see him play
Napoleon Dynamite too. But...
Dynamite. I want to see him play Napoleon. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not that offended by Ridley Scott where I wouldn't. That's actually one where the actor is pulling me into that.
I'm less offended by Ridley Scott, his early stuff than I am his later stuff.
Yeah,
but
I
also heard The Last Duel was good, so I can't say shit.
The Last Duel was good. I recommend it. Although, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon aren't great in it. Don't.
I couldn't get past Matt Damon's hairdo. When I saw the trailer for it, I was like, nope, this looks stupid.
Yeah. The movie is good, despite them. Julie Comers is much, much better.
Is Adam Driver still good?
Those 2. And Adam Driver is good. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
He generally speaking is.
Yeah. But yeah, don't if Ridley Scott made a good movie there, so
okay.
I will give him credit. But another Joaquin Phoenix I won't be going and seeing is I probably won't end up seeing Joker 2. I saw Joker 1 and I hated it, and I am just shocked that he won his Academy Award for that movie.
Yeah, he's got so many other greater movies.
Yeah, but yeah,
it's
anyway.
Yeah, I probably won't see it either, but that's largely because I've given up superhero movies and their adjacent realistic villain movies.
Yeah,
so
whatever. Exactly.
People tend to be surprised when I tell them the last superhero movie I saw was Endgame.
I think the last one I saw was the animated Spider-Man one.
The Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse.
So you didn't even see Endgame?
I haven't seen Endgame.
Oh.
The only Avengers movie that I saw was the first one. But I do think I saw one of the Thors after that. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
I mean, they all kind of run together, don't they?
Yeah. I was promised that the Taika Waititi Thor movie was different. And it kind of.
It was at least funny. At least the first one. I haven't seen the second one, so I can't say anything about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one, but it was funny, but it still felt like a Marvel movie. So I was like, I'll watch Taika Waititi's other movies, which I love. So, anyway, Blake, how have you been other than movies?
I have been largely fairly tired and busy. I don't know if you know what that feels like.
I've never experienced tiredness or busyness in my life. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Feel free to describe it as detailed as you need to be.
Well, it's called being in a workplace where I'm apparently doing well enough to where I'm getting more and more responsibilities, and therefore deadlines hit. And that means that I have to work a little bit more than 40 hours. And so that means that, my supervisor will be like, hey, we probably need to aim for about 45 to 50 hours. And I'm like, 45 it is.
Nice. Good.
So yeah. That, and then having a newborn while he is sleeping through the night now. He is trying to protect him from the violent love of his older brother can be a lot sometimes. But
yeah, Blake, before we got on, we were talking about how Seamus's violence towards you is no big deal, but that's because you're bigger than him.
Yeah.
But if you're smaller than him, then it becomes a problem.
But thankfully, unlike me, where he just slaps me mercilessly, he doesn't do that to his little brother. His violence towards his little brother is incidental most of the time. He's just like rolling around and he's not aware of his body, and his leg smacks baby brother in the face or something like that. So it's stuff like that. But no, he, generally speaking, like, he doesn't aim to harm his little brother. So
I find that that creatures have kind of an awareness of that sometimes, and I wonder where that is. Like, our cats don't seem to want to. They will remove themselves, but with us, they'll. Especially William Blake, he'll claw back because he thinks we're playing with him, but he doesn't really do that to Hazel because he seems to understand that Hazel is small and
doesn't
really
have full
that.
Control over his body.
Yeah. Which I'm grateful for. I generally think William Blake is a stupid idiot cat, but like I'm very, very thankful for that, and I think he's really good with Hazel, which I appreciate. So
beautiful. Does he bring his dead fake rat to Hazel? The one he opines about?
I think we got rid of that and got him other toys.
Does he opine them now?
No, he hasn't found something that he does that too.
Okay, well, that's good.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, he hasn't like done that in a while, which is great. Really great. He doesn't go around the house like a banshee, which is good. But,
that's so. Jamison, how have you been lately? What's been going on in your world, huh?
Well,
I heard you got your son sick.
Yeah, I didn't. No, that motherfucker got me sick. That's how it went. So we started daycare. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. We got lucky actually because we were on this wait list, and we called to kind of check in because we were hoping to get him in at the beginning of the year. That was kind of when we were aiming to start him at daycare. But they called us back and they were like, oh, well, since you just called us, we actually have an opening now, and we were going to start going down the wait list, but because you called us, we just skipped to you, and we probably won't have an opening at the beginning of the year, so this is your chance. And we're like, okay, well,
thanks
if this
a lot.
is our chance, yeah, like if this is our chance, we'll take it. So there's a little bit of luck, but there was a little bit of like surprise, and we kind of had to move our intended deadlines up, which is fine. But the first week we kind of wanted to ease him in, so we did first week we did 2 hours a day for like 3 days, and then the next week we were going to do 4 hours, and then after that we were going to do full days. But we didn't even get to the second week yet. The second week starts tomorrow, or Tuesday actually. But first week he actually does fine and he does good, but then he comes home sick, and he's sick like Friday, and then all of a sudden on Sunday I'm like starting to feel sick, so I'm like, oh no. And then we're both full-blown sick, and my friend texts me and is like, oh, I have COVID. And so it goes into my mind that like, oh, COVID is running around. I wonder if I have COVID. I'll check. And I test, and it's just positive. So
it's blindingly positive?
Oh, it was blindingly positive. Yeah, I've never seen a more positive COVID test. I could have like, my tests could have modeled for the positive tests. Yeah, so it was for sure a yes. But
and then you gave it to Hazel.
No. Let me recount again. Hazel starts daycare. Hazel gets sick from daycare. Hazel is sick. I get sick from Hazel. I have COVID. That is my sickness. So the COVID started with daycare.
So, okay, just to clarify, did you test Hazel before you tested?
No, I'm not going to stick those things up his nose. I'm just going to blame him for my COVID.
Okay, fine. Fine, if that's the way you're going to play the game, then that, whatever. You do you. But
yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that, you don't actually know if he gave it to you, if you didn't test him first.
I don't. But look, Blake, I don't know if he gave it to me, even if he had COVID. That's
true.
Viruses, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume he gave it to me.
Your story is weirdly, it triggers me. Back when we put Seamus in daycare for the first time, and about a weekend he got sick too. Now, it wasn't not COVID. I have yet to test positive for COVID somehow.
I hadn't either. This is my first time.
Wow. God. Ain't
It
that
took
a
me.
bitch?
Yeah.
So from that point on, from that week into daycare on, for 6 months, one of the three of us was sick. I kid you not, there was not a moment where all of us were well for 6 months.
Ugh.
It sucked. But the upside is that we are like super people now. Like, it has to be a super strain for us to like get that shit now.
Well, not all of you. Just 3 of you.
Just 3 of us.
There's a 4th now that needs to...
Yeah, but he's fine. Whatever.
But what if in order to bring him into the superfold, you have to go through that whole cycle again?
Oh, we're going to have to go through the cycle again whenever he goes to daycare anyways.
Yeah.
Because there'll be new strains and crap like that, new diseases. We'll probably be in another pandemic at that point, so... yeah.
Maybe he'll start it. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? He may be patient X or patient 0 or whatever they call it.
Yeah. That's... I guess we have that to look forward to. That's the silver lining, right?
Yeah. You get superpowers of wellness after 6 months of horribleness.
Yeah. Well, luckily, it looks like this week I'm getting better, Hazel's getting better, and Kira is still doing great, which is good because Thanksgiving is coming up and we are hosting and we can't be sick, and it's going to be insane because it's not just Thanksgiving. We also have 2 days after Thanksgiving, we have a giant party for Hazel at our house.
For what?
So, for his birthday.
How old is he now? 3?
He's gonna be 1. No, Blake, your son's gonna be 3. My son is gonna be 1.
Sorry, man, I get them all confused. All the babies.
Yeah.
Man, it's confusing, man.
There's too many babies. Yeah, no. So this week, I'm sure your week is going to be equally crazy, but I have my mom coming into town on Wednesday, and my sister and brother are also coming into town, and I have 2 sisters in town. We're like we decided to host Thanksgiving at our house, and then we invited both sides of the family. So there's going to be 17 people at our Thanksgiving, which, I don't know if you think that's large or small. I know, it can run the gamut. But like,
doesn't matter. House, there shouldn't be 17 people in a house. It's actually against most fire codes. Yeah,
probably. Right? But yeah, fitting 17 people into our house is going to be crazy. And then like, because some of these groups of people are like coming for Thanksgiving, but not Christmas, some of the different factions want to have like Christmas get-togethers, and there's like multiple birthdays, in this bunch. It's gonna be a wild week, but yeah. So the basics are we're gonna have a ton of people on Thanksgiving, and then 2 days later we're gonna have a ton of people for Hazel's birthday too.
Hazel's Thanksgiving. Oh, it sounds like a
Hazel
right there. Yeah.
Hazel's Thanksgiving. That's what this week is. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I hear you have a holiday coming up, and you also have multiple birthdays coming up too.
Yeah.
Is that it? Like,
yeah, so we're going to my in-laws for Thanksgiving, which could be just fine. Could be a real cluster. You just never know. Like, it could be, it's a pot boiler every single time. And then, yeah, the week after Thanksgiving, I have my 40th birthday on that Thursday.
Woo!
We have decided, part of the reason why I was a little bit later on to the recording tonight was because we were confirming what we were doing for my birthday, which is go to the IHOP down the street, because I got a $10 card in the mail off of a meal for my birthday.
Wow.
So that's what we're doing, because it's a good story. What did you do for your 40th birthday? I went to IHOP down the street. Got a stack of pancakes.
Are you going to get 40
because I don't
pancakes?
give a shit about my birthday. But then the next day is Seamus's birthday. And in lieu of a birthday party for him, because we're parents that have a lot going on right now, we're going to just bring a shit ton of stuff to his daycare and allow them to celebrate with him at daycare, because that's where most of his friends are anyways.
Yeah.
So that's our plan. We're not going to throw a separate birthday outside of like family birthdays. So, yeah. So that's kind of the next couple of weeks for us. Nothing too terribly exciting.
Just busy.
Outside of being the downhill stretch towards death.
Well, I mean, you have... Think of all that you accomplished in the first 40 years. You got at least that same amount of time, right?
Maybe.
How many episodes
at worst. Well, I mean, of course I could die tomorrow, but outside of the random acts of violence and death that happen to random people, there is a possibility I get Alzheimer's when I'm 58-ish. And so 18 years is the worst. We'll say 15 to 18 years is the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Worst case
scenario. But these are good 15 years. Good 18 years.
Yeah, they're great. You know, not remembering who your sons are when they're graduating from high school, that sounds like a blast.
No, that's after. That's after these 18 years. That happens later.
Yeah, I don't
Both
actually
of your
think
sons...
that's going to happen, but...
Yeah. Both of your sons will hopefully be graduated by then.
Graduated and out of the damn house.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. Blake, here's a mortality-based question.
Okay.
How many episodes of Flyby Films do you think you will make in addition to the ones you've made?
Between now and death?
Before you die. Between now and death.
Oh, I think it's going to be a pretty steady 20 to 24 a year.
Okay.
And I want to make a pact with you here and now that even with my mind is slipping,
oh no,
we will have to continue making these until I'm just literally nonverbal.
Blake,
I'm going to give you permission to cut the cord. So
you give me permission to cut the cord?
Not the actual air cord. Not like you can't just kill me. I'm saying like cut the cord on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Good.
Come on, guys.
I was like, please, I don't want power of attorney.
We all know that that me and my wife are probably gonna go take a trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Take care of it the honorable way, you know.
You know. Yeah.
like a head
on
wound.
Monkey Island. Yeah.
True McDonagh style.
Exactly. Headshots.
Wow, that got dark really fast.
Yeah. I have another dark topic to talk about.
Let's do it.
This is less dark.
This is actually quite fitting for the final episode of the McDonagh series.
Absolutely.
Let's go hard.
Yeah. I was reading this article about doer names. Do you know of this concept?
Doer names?
Doer names.
Like D-O-E-R?
D-O-E-R.
No.
Like, have you ever met a hunter in your life?
Yes.
Someone who's named Hunter?
Yes.
What about a striker?
Never met a striker, no.
Never met a striker, but that would be another example of a doer name. Blake, would you ever name your kid Shooter or Slayer?
Well, I mean, Shooter Jennings, someone did.
That's true, yeah.
So, I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. But no, I would not name my kid Shooter or Slayer because I don't really like the band.
Yeah, I'm guessing most of those are like probably from the band. Most of the examples of people naming their kid Slayer. But yeah, I was reading this article. I think I forget who it was. I can't find the article. But I think I found it. But it showed this really interesting graph of what this person titled. What's her name? Laura Wattenberg titled "Doer Names." Names like Racer, Trooper, Charger, and their popularity over the years. Because boy names are generally you think of things like George or John or James. Things that are classic and named after someone else and like family names. But the 1980s on, there was this like huge change where people started naming their kids like these doer names, and yeah, it was kind of wild. The ones that stuck out to me were the combat related ones like Lancer, Shooter, Slayer, Soldier, Tracer, and Trooper. So
someone named their kid Tracer and Soldier?
Well, I think Soldier is the one that's the strangest to me.
That is weird.
Because like I told my friend Greg this, and he's like, why not like Breather and Loafer and Sitter and things like that. These are all like kind of like ambitious doer names. Why not have like just kind of existing doer names?
Yeah.
And I mean, to be honest, I think I'd rather be named Loafer than Soldier, because at least you can like freely loaf, right? Whereas like soldiers are always kind of
Can you imagine someone
orders.
calling their kid fucker?
Yeah, no, I can't. That's part of it. Yeah. Anyway, I don't actually have a problem with doer names in general. I think it's the violence based ones that kind of put me off guard, like Slayer in particular. But yeah. Anyway, so
that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some really bad ones. I mean, fucker is classic.
Fucker, shitter, there's...
I mean, you could go a little further and say motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really something that most people do, but you never know. I mean, maybe in Arkansas.
Yeah. All right, Blake. These are things you would know because you're nearer.
This is true. I am near those places. Yeah. I'm near all those places. Yeah. Every single one of them. Simultaneously.
That's true.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
Is your Skype doing something weird?
My Skype has you frozen in a very psychopathic pose.
I figured.
But I can still hear you, which is a good thing.
Well, so I actually got out of the call, but now I can't get back in, but I can still hear you. That's the funny part.
Do I need to invite you in like a vampire?
Hold on. I'm just going to do it this way. Hold on.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. We're still recording, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. And I'm just going to keep talking through this.
Okay, keep talking.
Okay. I don't know what to talk about. Oh, man. I shot my wad with the
oh my God.
with the doer names. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, this is great. If our listeners, you know what? We can say whatever we want on this episode because as you already mentioned, no one is listening to the McDonagh Brothers series. I don't know why this was such a bad choice.
It's fitting for us, though. Let's be honest.
It's fitting. You know what's really funny about this, too, is we had the perfect out to just not do it because your son was born and our schedule got, out of whack. And we had actually some really, really successful Halloween episodes.
We did.
That people seem to enjoy. And you know what? We're just such gluttons for punishment that we were like, no, we have to finish this because we started it. Even though it's not going to bring us any of the fame or fortune that we know we're deserving of. But we just got to do it anyway. You know how it be.
Yeah, totally. Oh, here we go. All right.
The weird thing about this, Blake, is I have no idea if you're going to drop at any point. Or, well, actually, I'm pretty sure you did just then because I stopped hearing your mouse clicking, which I'm sure the listeners will also hear. And so they'll be agreeing with me at this point that you did drop off.
I did. I did drop off, but I'm back.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. You don't have to stare at the psychotic face anymore.
I still am. I don't know what's up.
Seriously?
Here, maybe I need to.
Yeah, you should drop off and X out of Skype, and I'll vamp.
Yeah, you get to vamp now.
So what Jamison doesn't know is that while dropping off, I'm going to tell you all the secrets about what it is to be like Jamison. First off, you have to have long hair and a beard. A long beard, which he currently doesn't have, and I've talked to him about this.
I think I accidentally killed our Skype
I also
call,
think that the person I'm talking
which didn't
to
actually kill
actually
the recording.
That's not actually Jamison. And so
but
that's
I didn't X out of it.
Just a little frightening that he might actually be a pod person. So, Jamison, hey, whoa, okay, you're back.
I thought we were both pod people.
Yes, that kind of pod people. Yeah, I was talking about the fact that I was trying to describe what it's like to be Jamison Barsotti, and that included long hair and long beard, and the fact that I thought since you didn't have a long beard that you were a pod person.
What is the first thing you would do if you body snatched my body, Blake.
Wait, I body snatched your body?
Yeah.
What's the first thing I would do?
I don't know. I'm just thinking that you're imagining that someone body snatched my body.
Oh, you know what I would do?
And the first thing they was they
if
took
I
off my
body
beard.
snatched your body, like, do you have any, like, if I unbody snatch your body, do you have memory of the things that you did while I was in control of you?
Only if they're things that, like, I could visibly see.
Okay,
right?
okay,
like,
okay.
I would know.
Good. Okay, so what I would do if I body snatched your body I would line up a marathon of Ari Aster films and watch them all in a row without a break, without even a potty break, and then I would unsnatch my body from you, and you would have to live with that for the rest of your life.
That I did that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to remember it unless you show.
But you said you said that if you saw it, you would remember it.
No, if it was visible after the fact, like the beard situation.
Oh.
Like you body snatch someone and then you shave their beard.
So if you see something while I'm in control of your body,
you got too excited about this.
Dang it!
I was explaining that, and then you just took it. You got too excited, Blake. It's okay. It's okay.
That's saddening.
We can move on from this.
Okay.
And now that you told me that you would do that for me, I would definitely also do that for you now.
But that defeats the point. Basically, it just means that you watched all the Ari Aster films and I remember none of it, so I win.
I would invite all of your friends and I would say things like, "Oh, I'm Blake. I love these
You are
movies."
literally the only friend I have that doesn't like these fucking movies.
Well, that's the thing, is all of your friends, I would ruin all of your friendships because they would all think that you like these movies.
Well, how interesting. That's not very nice.
Well, you're the one who started this, Blake.
That's fair. And you're looking at another frozen screen, I see.
I'm looking at another frozen
but
screen.
We're just going to go with it.
You know what, though?
We're going to go with it.
Yeah. We're going to keep going because I can hear you. I know how you're responding to these things. And it looks like you're about to cut in at any moment, which is actually a good visual for me to, not continue to talk and think like, oh, maybe Blake has something to say now. So.
That's fair. Yeah. So, do you think we should talk about the movies now?
I think it's that time.
Yeah, I think so. So, which one do you want to talk about? Like, I don't care if we go chronologically. We can talk about them together.
I have my notes app open.
Oh,
and it says
your notes app. Ooh.
It says 1, and right next to the 1 is Banshees. So I'm gonna say let's talk about Banshees.
Okay, sounds good. First off, they're Irish folklore. They're women who wail in the wind.
I'm gonna let you continue with this joke because this is actually important to the movie, I think. Right?
Yeah, that's about all I know about them, honestly. Please explain, how is it important to the film? Because I always wondered this, and I didn't see anything necessarily in the film that tied it for me. So if you saw something, enlighten me.
This is what I was gonna say. Is it's in the name, so it has to be important. And I think my question is, who were the Banshees?
Yeah, I don't know.
Of Inisherin.
You mean Inisherin?
Inisherin.
Inisherin.
That's what I said, Blake.
Inisherin.
Yeah. That's what I said. Inisherin.
It's so weird because that movie, I have a recollection of how much I just adore Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell together in a movie. Because
they're wonderful.
They're great. The thing that sticks out from my memory of the movie, though, is the constant looking over past the sea, like the ocean / lock, and seeing the war going on, like and so, or the conflicts going on across the way, and nothing's ever really talked about what's going on over there, but it's ever present. And so I've always wanted to dig more into that, but I'm lazy. And so part of me thinks that might be the Banshees, like beckoning from across the way, and that's what causes all the conflict in the small village. Like conflict leads to conflict.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could make a case that like a lot of war is without immediate cause. And so Brendan Gleeson all of a sudden deciding he doesn't want to be friends with Colin Farrell is like a preemptive strike.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's off the top of my head. That's free. That's a freebie.
Do you think it? Well, so let me kind of continue on with that. Do you think? So what you're saying is the story we're seeing is kind of like an echo from across the way.
Yeah. It's like an echo of the Banshee wail.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I know this movie, like, I know it's about the Irish conflicts, and, you know, that's a big thematic, overhanging thing. But, you know, similar to you, I'm lazy, and I don't know about my history at all. So that's
I know quite a bit
maybe
about
one point
Irish
you have.
history. I just don't. I couldn't remember the time period that this film took place in, and so I don't know what specifically the conflict was about at that point in time.
Yeah, I was actually trying to say that I have less expertise than even you, because I know that you know the history. I wasn't trying to say you didn't like me.
Oh no, you were trying to say that, you son of a bitch. No, just kidding.
It's I think it's 1921, but that's just remembering the description.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I guess I've always interpreted that the Banshees are on the island because they're of the island, right? The Banshees of Inisherin. And Banshees are also, I think, traditionally female characters too. And so I was kind of thinking about the female characters of the movie, and there's not a lot. There's actually one who it is actually clear that she is probably one of the Banshees, right? There's this old lady who looks like a banshee, and is also a good in a good amount of the gags for the film too. And she also kind of cackles and is kind of witch-like, so you know, I think she's a good an easy spotting for Banshees. And at one point, she actually does kind of make a prediction about the future too, like a bad omen. So I think she fits. She's this older character, but the movie specifically, you know, pluralizes the word, so there's got to be multiple that it's talking about. So, the only other female character that like is kind of in the movie that I can think of is the sister. Yeah. And I've been like kind of toying around with my faint memory of the movie from 2 months ago today with whether or not she counts as a banshee and if she kind of fits that bill. And I don't know. I just don't remember that much.
I don't recall it being the case.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's spending the whole film basically just trying to figure out what she owes to her brother, and then if what she owes to her brother out prioritizes her need to get off the island. And so that doesn't strike me as a banshee-like character. But maybe? I mean, she did go visit the woman often.
Yeah.
In the movie, so...
The only other banshee character that I can think of is in the movie, and this, I remember this striking me. In the movie, they're constantly showing shots of Mary. Saint Mary.
Oh, gotcha.
The statue.
Okay.
And she always looks very ominous and almost warding. So,
and it would make sense that she's wailing.
Yeah. I think we could argue.
I mean, that fits within the McDonagh template of very Catholic, very much tied to a Catholic understanding of like redemptive violence, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. That's actually pretty good. I didn't even remember the Saint Mary statue, so that's actually a pretty good take on what could be the other banshee.
Okay. Yeah.
Because her wail carries on through history. Like it's affecting things even now, and I think you would make the case for all of their films. There's an echo of that affecting things in all of their movies.
Mm-hmm.
That crux of the Christ incident on some level is a paradigm in every film, even if it's very subtle in some of them. So
it's not as subtle in this one. There's I think I'm trying to think if Martin has kind of gone this religious before. I guess In Bruges was pretty Catholic.
Yeah, it's pretty Catholic, but even then it was pretty obscured.
It was obscured, and it was, it was about purgatory, which is not really, there's still like redemption and forgiveness, but he wasn't connecting it, like you said, obscured. He wasn't connecting it kind of to the central characters and central things of Catholicism.
But this one does seem to be his most heavily Catholic film.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas his brother is Catholic all over the place, and it's like his random war on everybody that's the least Catholic of all of them.
That's true. Yeah. But Yeah, in this case too, Martin still can't find a good priest.
Nope.
He definitely hates his priests. I think John maybe has a better view of priests, or at least the ability for some priests to be good. Yeah. But yeah. So getting back more to like kind of what the story is about, I guess I was wondering what you think. Is it enough to be nice in life, Blake?
No.
No?
No, it's not enough to be nice.
Do you have to be nice and make podcasts?
Oh, yeah, you have to be nice on podcasts. Otherwise, you can't keep co-hosts.
But what about legacy?
Oh, legacy? Fuck legacy. It's just a matter of time before everyone gets canceled anyways.
So, I guess I'm dancing around. So this movie has a central conflict, and that's between Colin Farrell's character, which I think is Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick. Yep.
And Brendan Gleeson's character, who's Colm. And I think you mentioned this before. Brendan Gleeson's character just one day up and decides to not be friends with Patrick anymore.
Mm-hmm. And refuses to give him a reason.
Refuses to give him a reason, too. And like,
well, I guess he does technically give him some reasons, but they're like, I just don't want to listen to your boring banter all the time.
I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is an answer, but it still opens up to more questions. Yeah. It's kind of like it's not a satisfying answer, because as Patrick says, but you wanted to listen to them yesterday and you don't want to listen to them today. What happened?
Yeah. And that's the central mystery of the film that never really gets resolved.
No. Well, I think too, what's maybe interesting to me too is then like how he then plans to implement this.
Yeah.
Right? Is so he says like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And the reason why is because I don't have time to listen to you anymore. Instead, I want to write music for my legacy.
Ah,
right.
Gotcha.
That's like what he tells him. But, he says like, I've finally written all this stuff. Everyone remembers all this stuff. But then, when Patrick continues to press him, he then says, okay, if you keep asking me, this is what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut my fingers off until you stop. Or basically until you like realize that I'm serious. I'm going to keep cutting my fingers off.
Thereby making his ability to make music for his legacy less likely. Exactly.
His means go counter that. So I think it just makes it even more mysterious why he felt the need to do this in the first place.
When I think that's what for me ties to the conflicts feels so compelling, is that they ultimately end up using means that go against their thriving. Like, everything that is going on within the conflicts on both sides, the way they're going about it, ends up depleting them from what they actually wanted in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And that may be me reading too much into it, but the constant mention of the conflict, not even mention, but the showing of the conflict throughout the movie with no commentary on it always stuck with me. It's just an odd choice. And so everything I think about the movie, everything I think about the characters and their actions ultimately gets filtered through that because I'm trying to figure out what the connection is. But yeah, I mean, to the point that I even think about actually figuring out who the Banshees are, which is hilarious because it's the name of the movie. So
yeah.
And that's why we have Jamison, because he brought it back home. He was like, no, we need to figure out who these fucking Banshees are.
We need to find out who the Banshees are.
And I think you nailed it. To be completely honest, I think you nailed it.
Well, we got there. We got there. Old witch lady and Mary.
Yeah. Quite contrary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Do you think Patrick should have just accepted his fate as having no friend anymore and moved on?
Rather than giving in to his baser instincts, yeah.
What do you think his baser instincts were?
Well, he ended up playing the game. Like, whenever he was like, I don't remember exactly what he did, but he started to react against Colm in violent way, at least with violent motivations. And so part of me is like, if it causes you to become on their level, then you probably ought to step away. It's not worth it.
Yeah, although he didn't get violent until the very end, right?
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't until Colm accidentally killed his donkey with his fingers. So this is another interesting thing that comes up in the film, is kind of the effects on innocence.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens a lot, too, in the McDonagh Brothers movies, and something they deal with, and something I think we're going to see in the next movie, too, or at least see the potential for that being the case. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is something that happened in Bruges, right? That was the central conflict came from a little boy who was caught in the crossfire of hitmen,
mm-hmm.
And then in this case, everything ratchets up until a donkey gets in the way and accidentally dies. And then, that seems to be the impetus for at least one of the sides to kind of enter the war. In this case.
Yep. Yeah. There's no neutrality at that point.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think it's kind of interesting.
It really is a puzzle box of a movie. I mean, and this is where Martin McDonagh shines as a screenwriter, because he's got that playwright background.
Mm-hmm.
He's less concerned with tidy endings. He's going for more of the poetic note, and you can definitely see it more in this one than really any of his other films. This feels like a play he wrote that he put to film.
This definitely feels like it started as a play.
Yeah.
In fact, even just like the number of characters, it's not ambitious in needing extras. It's got like 3 locations in the entire movie. You could easily see this as a play.
Yeah. I will say the most laugh out loud hilarious part, and it's kind of in a gallows humor kind of way, was when he's telling the guy that Colm was playing music with that his mother, his father, got run over by a milk cart wagon.
Bread truck.
Yeah, bread truck. And and the guy looks at him and says, "That's how my dad died."
Yeah.
And the look on Colin Farrell's face is priceless.
That can't be... Like, Colin Farrell is just trying to, this guy has kind of replaced him for the time being as Colm's, friend or time sink or whatever. And he's trying to get rid of him. And so, he tells him that one of his parents has been hit by a bread truck, and that he needs to go back to the mainland, and he just can't believe it because his other parent has been killed by a bread truck. And then he's like, "If it's the same bread truck, I swear to God."
But the look on Colin Farrell's face whenever he realizes it is just brilliant.
Well, and that's actually, I think that's an interesting part too, because there's another character named Dominic. So throughout the movie, Colin Farrell, everyone calls him nice, and he's so nice, and people kind of they think Colm is definitely like cooler than Colin Farrell. Or than Patrick, and because he can play music and he's not quite as dull, but whenever it comes to like talking about whose side you're on in the conflict, they all say like, "Oh, we're on your side, Patrick. We don't understand what Colm is doing," but they don't act like it. Except there's one character, Dominic, played by Barry Keogh.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And he's like one step below on the social ladder.
Yeah.
Patrick and Patrick is already kind of lower, because he's this dull nice guy. But the benefit is that Dominic doesn't really care and doesn't have a filter, and so there's less BS kind of coming from him, and when I don't remember if Colin Farrell's character tells him that he did this or he watches him do this, but he like responds to him and he's like, that's one of the meanest things I've ever seen. I thought you were nice. And so you see at that point that Patrick is kind of turning to conflict.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's innocence speaking truth in that space. Mm-hmm. Because I think Barry Keogh plays the part as there's probably a level of developmental issues going on with him, and so like he's clearly he has an abusive father for one thing, and so he's got that, and then he's poor, and then he's got developmental issues. So I mean, he's definitely the lower end of the social ladder there. So that whenever he's saying, that's one of the meanest things I've ever seen. I mean, it says a lot. So
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but it's one of those films that like you take all those pieces together and you're just trying to like fit them together into like a full picture of a puzzle, and you're like, it's nearly impossible to give a really get at what Martin McDonagh his central thesis is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably about as possible as trying to put fingers back onto your severed fingers back onto your hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, how does this relate to The Forgiven? That's my question.
Well, I mean,
outside of its Catholicity.
Yeah, and I think The Forgiven is kind of it's Catholic in it feels Catholic.
Yeah. It feels very I mean, as a lot of their films do, it feels very O'Connor-ish. So
yeah. No, I think The Forgiven has a very O'Connor feel. But so The Forgiven, to kind of get us back to the description, The Forgiven, it has this moment where I forget the character. David, who's played by Ray Fiennes, or Ray Fiennes, who was, if you remember, in Bruges.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray Fiennes has crossed over now to both brothers, and he is married to
Jessica Chastain.
Oh man, Jessica Chastain. I think in the movie her name is Jo, and they hit and kill a local Moroccan boy who was in the middle of the road holding a fossil, and they decide to take his body with them, and they take it to the party. Then as they're figuring out what to do with it, the boy's father goes to the party, or goes to find his son's body, travels multiple days through the desert to find it. And then he asks that David, the man who was driving, who took his son's life, come with him to bury the body. So it's like a 3-day drive back. And then they'll bring him back. And so...
But you're never actually completely sure if they're going to bring him back.
Yeah, so that's kind of where you're not sure about, and none of the characters are sure, but the movie then kind of splits at that point, where you have this story of this man traveling to bury the body of the person he killed. And you also have his wife kind of at the party. I'm trying to think. I don't know exactly how this fits in to Banshees, but I do think that this movie fits into another big theme that we've been seeing in movies lately, which is rich people behaving badly.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost its own genre at this point.
Yeah.
So, usually these things are kind of labeled as satires, but I think in some cases they're more just either revenge porn, or I think sometimes we just like to watch the lives of glamorous people in shows.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of things like White Lotus, and I don't know, did you ever get a chance to see Triangle of Sadness?
I did not. I remember thinking it looked like a fun movie, but
it actually, I think that's along with The Forgiven. I think that's kind of one of the better ones in this series. But there's also, I think, The Menu came out last year, also starring Ray Fiennes.
Mm-hmm.
I do think the Forgiven sets itself apart because in a lot of these cases they try to be like I said, they try to be like satires, and a lot of them are kind of heavy-handed with their like rich people are always bad, messaging.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this one was like, we'll throw in some satire. The party's going to be a little goofy, but let's get down to brass tacks and talk about like, okay, say you've lost your soul, say you've sold your soul for wealth. How do you get your soul back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At least I feel like the McDonagh brothers have always really cared about the weight of the soul.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this movie is no different. So if, I guess, circling back all the way
weight
around
of the soul
to
of unlikable people.
Yeah. Circling back to your original question, how does this relate to Banshees? Well, I just think that, the McDonagh brothers care about souls.
Yeah.
And that's in both of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, I totally agree. What I found so fascinating about The Forgiven was, like you said, it's kind of satirical in its own way, but it plays the central character and his journey, literal journey, very straight. Like it's there's no satire. It's very much like there is tension going on, and it's this whole question of like the father of the boy that he killed is trying to figure out if he wants to kill the guy and seek revenge, and of course David is trying to figure out if he is gonna die or what's going on, and he has an emotional break by the end of the journey that shifts his perspective on his own actions and his own soul in that way. And I think what John Michael does, and he does this in his other films too to some extent, is that he recognizes that even the worst of us are not far from redemption. And that how important that is in everyday life and modern day culture and the world. Like that any one of us can be that person, and we're not without the potential of gaining our soul back in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Which is it's hard to accept that message in this day and age, because we tend to view those who have fallen or been disgraced as the type of people that we would never become.
Yeah.
And while, we may never become that person, if we were given the same context that they're in, I would say that it's probably pretty likely that we would become that person. So it's they're aiming for something bigger than the morality of our age, basically. They're seeking out what does it mean to, like the name of the movie says, forgive, or to be forgiven.
Yeah.
and what does that actually look like in the real world? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean you get off scot-free, but it means that you may die, but you now have your soul.
Yeah.
And that's clearly what happens in this film. He sees his own failures as a human being, and he basically he takes the punishment of his actions. But something has changed from the time that he first commits the act to the end of the movie, where he's willingly just accepting his fate. And that scene is very reminiscent of Calvary, in a different, like, it's almost flipped, like, because Calvary, unlike a lot of these films of the McDonaghs, actually you see the death of a character that you love for the whole movie. That doesn't deserve any of it. And yet the juxtaposition of, even, I believe, doesn't David like end up getting on his knees towards the end before he gets shot?
Yeah, I think he does.
So it's like there's even like almost a performance, like an actual physical performance aspect that ties those two movies together, and it's like the two sides of the coin.
Yeah. I think that's such an interesting comparison, because, if you're familiar with Calvary, and if you go into this movie and you're aware that it's the same director, you're definitely going to make the connection. And again, I haven't unraveled all of that, because David is, like you said, such a different character, so unlikable up until the end.
Mm-hmm.
There's almost
and he does deserve
and it's interesting. He does, exactly. He does deserve it, and it's actually interesting because, just thinking about, it's almost like fatalistic.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think like what's the message here, John Michael? Like, so you're good and you die, and you're bad and you die. Like, okay, the message is you die. But like in both of these cases, I guess I'm thinking of like transformation. I'm thinking of change.
Mm-hmm.
And I think both of these movies have such a strong desire for change, for transformation. And I think we had this question, which one is the most like Flannery O'Connor? This is just the key idea that I think I always go back to Flannery O'Connor with, is transformation is violent.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yep.
It's just going to be gross. It's going to be gooey. It's going to be violent. I think in our minds, probably a bunch of people who think of transformation and think of things like metamorphosis think of like the butterfly, and we think of, the end result as being a beautiful thing, but getting there is brutal.
Yeah.
And we have this idea where, we skip that.
Well, I mean, and it says in Scripture, like, the rain falls on the wicked and the blessed in equal measure. I mean, it's and I think that's a key concept in the world of the universe of the McDonagh Brothers. There's no one safe from the bullet. I mean, now, the real question is, what has that person taken with them? into the next life. I think that's the key.
Yeah. I had a quick question.
No, there's nothing.
Do you have more to say about this?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of tapped out on that, but so
make sure make sure you're double tapped on that.
Double tapped. Okay. Yeah, I will. So John Michael McDonagh seems to have this trend where he makes a cop comedy, a very dark drama, cop comedy, and another very dark drama. So do you think the next one's going to be a cop comedy?
No, I think at this point it does. He's going to break the cycle.
Okay.
I think he's going to do like a romantic comedy now.
I think he actually has another movie. I didn't read it or read too much about it, but
well, we're gonna find out now.
Yeah, I think it's called The Fear of the Writer or something like that.
That sounds kind of meta.
Yeah, not writer.
Oh, Fear is the Writer.
Yeah. Fear is the Writer.
Do you want me to read the description?
No.
Okay.
I want to go in cold.
Okay, beautiful. I didn't want to read it either.
No, but I did see that it stars Christopher Abbott,
who is in The Forgiven.
He is in The Forgiven. He plays a data analyst who has an affair with Jessica Chastain while David is away. So, yeah. I was actually going to ask, what do you think about Christopher Abbott? Because he seems to be showing up in like every movie that I see.
Yeah, I generally speaking like him. I remember the first film I saw him in, and I really liked him in. I'm gonna have to look it up because I can't remember the name of it. But it was Nicolas Pesce's first film, Piercing.
Oh yeah, Piercing.
Yeah,
I liked that one too.
I really, that's the first film I recognized him as like a legitimate actor, that like I noticed him and was really like impressed with that film and with his acting in it. And then
I also really like Mia
Wasikowska.
Wasikowska.
Oh, she's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I'm trying to remember like what. Oh, It Comes at Night. He was in that. I like that.
I don't remember him from that movie.
He was one of the. He was one of the ones that came like halfway through the film or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I did not like Possessor.
So I was going to ask about that because I remembered him from Possessor.
Yeah, I was not a fan.
I liked Possessor more than I liked. So Possessor was Brandon Cronenberg, right?
Yes.
Did you get a chance to see Brandon Cronenberg's newest movie, Infinity Pool?
No, I haven't yet.
I didn't like it.
Really?
It got some good buzz, and I didn't like it at all, really. I liked Possessor more than that, and I liked Antiviral even more than
Possessor.
Than either of those. Yeah. And Antiviral has Caleb Landry Jones, who's also in this.
He's great. So apparently he was in Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, and I don't remember that, but I love that film.
Yeah, I don't remember that he was in that, but that was also like over 10 years ago at this point, so maybe he looked kind of different.
But that's pretty much. I'm looking at his filmography. Like he was in First Man, which I thought was all right. But yeah, I mean, piercing is the one that stands out to me as being the one that I was most taken by. So
yeah, definitely piercing, and then this one. I mean, I don't think he is necessarily stand out in this film, but like, I definitely noticed him in this. So yeah.
No, I mean it's pretty much a Ralph Fiennes show on this one.
Yes.
Even Chastain doesn't really like stand out as much as she normally does. So
yeah, well, Ralph Fiennes and I don't know his name, but the guy who plays the dad of the boy,
yes,
he's, you know, it. I don't know if it's his acting or the fact that he reminds me of David Bowie.
Oh, that's funny.
Like late stage older David Bowie in this movie. He doesn't actually really look like David Bowie, but he's wearing a turban and you can only see like this box part of his face, and it does look like kind of David Bowie's face at that time.
Oh, fascinating.
Like right before he died.
Thought about that,
and I just can't stop looking at him in the movie.
Shit! I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to get off here and listen to Black Star now. You got me thinking about David Bowie.
Dude, I'm not a huge Bowie fan. My wife is. And I don't mean to like shit on Bowie either, because like there's a lot of good in that as well. But I do really like Black Star. Like that's actually one of some of the good. Yeah.
And
it's
a
just
such
a good album. Yes, exactly. But yeah. Well, Blake, do you got any other notes before we do our final tally?
No, I don't think I do. I think I've said my piece. And to be honest, like, I just like even the ones that are on the low tier for me, like I say, give it a shot. Like, you can't really go wrong with the McDonaghs. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, no, I really agree with that, and I can't get over the fact that they, no matter what kind of context they're in, they always seem to care about the souls of their characters, and I just think that's such a beautiful starting point from a director, and to have like two who feel similarly, I just look forward to all of their movies.
Oh yeah,
so
hands down. Well, do you want to do our final ranking?
Yeah, I'm gonna just make mine up on the fly.
Me too.
Because I don't have them written down
either.
So yeah,
it's the way we like to do it here at Flyby Films. Do you want me to do it? You want me to do mine?
Sure.
Okay.
You can do yours.
Do you want me to go from bottom to top?
Yeah, go from 8 all the way to 1.
Okay. 8, still War on Everybody. Let's see, 8, War on Everybody. 7 would be... It gets harder and harder from this point on. I feel like War on Everybody is like the easy pick for 8, but I'm gonna say In Bruges. That's a hard one to say. I'm gonna say it's going to be 7 Psychopaths, 3 Billboards, The Forgiven, Banshees. The Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Calvary.
All right. Oof. I got chills, Blake. That's hard. I'm like thinking about okay. But congratulations, you're through. You've done it. Okay.
I was hoping I wasn't missing a really bad one. Like that I was gonna have to put it like in the top realm, and I was like, no, that one needed to go further down.
Nah. No, even if that like was the case, I mean, as we just said, even the worst one, like check out, like
yeah.
Even if you forgot to put War on Everybody last, yeah. But yeah, let's do this again. War on Everybody, number 8. I think we both agree,
yeah.
Like weakest of the bunch, but still worth your time. I think. I'm gonna go with 7 Psychopaths. Okay. Then I'm gonna go with The Forgiven.
Oh, okay. I expected that one to be a little bit higher. Not like highest, but a little bit higher.
It's just so they're all. And then probably In Bruges.
Okay. Isn't that one painful to put so low?
Yeah. Well, I'm out number 5, right? And now number 4 is oh my god, where was I? Okay, I just said In Bruges. Number 4 is 3 Billboards.
Okay.
Number 3 is Banshees.
Okay.
Number 2 is The Guard. And
yeah, buddy.
1 is Calvary.
Yeah, buddy. Woohoo!
Yeah.
We definitely have the top 2 in common and the bottom 1.
We did.
It's funny that The Guard came out on top because I went into the series expecting it to be middle of the road, and I really ended up loving it.
That one, it gets me every time. I don't know. It just, and I think about that movie a lot. I just think about Brendan Gleeson's character in that movie.
Yeah.
And I like hope he's still out there swimming and surviving.
Exactly.
You know.
Okay, so final thing for the episode. Which brother?
I guess I'm gonna say John Michael, but only because
he's got two in the top.
Yeah, I mean, all of these movies are great, and then Calvary is just amazing.
Yeah.
So like, I just.
Yeah, I've got to agree, and it's simply because of Calvary.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm never going to count Martin out because he may come out with something equally as like just astonishing at some point. But so far, man, Calvary is just the standout.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
you know what that means. We only have one thing left. And that's for me to get one of them on the fucking podcast.
Oh, yeah. You said you were going to do that this year. But we also said that we were going to start our newsletter this year. And it's coming to the end of the year. And we haven't had either of those happen. So.
Well, you know what that means. One of them needs to happen before the end of the year.
Oh, I was going to say more goals for next year.
Yeah, well, that too. I mean, there's a world in which we fail, and that's okay. That's okay if we fail.
Yeah.
But if you recall, in earlier episodes when I talked about getting one of the two directors on our show, I believe I said something to the effect of, if that did not happen, I would have to go out in the backyard and shoot myself.
I don't think I remember that.
Oh, you don't?
And
maybe I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Maybe I just thought it. Regardless, I'm going to have to do that.
I don't know about that.
Well, I still got the rest of the year, so I might still be able to get one of them on.
Okay. Let's hope.
But
Let's pray.
Once the clock strikes midnight on January 31st, we'll see where my soul is at that point.
Okay. But, so let's take care of a little serious business, though. What can listeners look forward to as far as our plans for the rest of the year for the podcast?
Well, I believe the only thing we've talked about is me picking one and doing that, and then doing the end of the year episode.
I think that's a good goal. So we're gonna have one kind of regular episode, and then one end of the year recap
where I'm going to create the game that Jamison has to play.
Yeah, but we're going to finalize the top 10 movies of 2023.
Yes.
That were watched on Flyby Films.
And I think this year is going to be harder.
Well, this year we're going to have more movies to choose from.
More movies.
We're going to have more than 10.
More movies. And also, I would say, generally speaking, a better selection. On the whole.
Yeah. For sure.
So, it's going to be hard. And I'm going to have to create a good game, because yours was excellent last year.
Mine was certainly a game. So, as long as you create a game, I think you'll be on standing with my game.
Oh, I will figure something out. So that is what you have to look forward to from Flyby Films. 2 more episodes before the end of the year. Hopefully, unless one of us dies.
Yeah.
Or gets...
That's not going to happen until the end of the year.
That's fair. It's not going to happen because we're going to get one of the directors on. So
that's true.
And then if that's the case, if I'm able to get one of the directors on, that will be the next episode, and we will not have a regular episode.
Yeah.
My choice will just be postponed until next year. So
that's true.
Just saying.
Blake is just trying to postpone his choice so he never has to make a choice.
You're not wrong. So, yeah. That's all I got.
All right. That about covers it for me too.
Beautiful.
All right.
Bye then.
Bye.